Yeah, cool.
Hi everyone, hope you all are doing great. Today we have a really special guest with us. He's Mr. Sijhah Sadique. He is a ghostwriter, a seasoned brand strategist, growth consultant based in Bangalore. Apart from helping startup founders enhance their brands and generate leads, also has a wealth of knowledge and insights in crafting high quality content. So let us welcome him and hear more from him. Hi, bro.
Hey, thank you. Thank you so much. It's good to be a part of your podcasting. Yeah.
Thank you very much, bro. And thank you very much for agreeing for this interview. So let's start straight with your journey. How you came to be in this field and it has been.
Uh, uh, yeah. If you ask me about my journey, so I actually started my career in Byju's as a BDA back in 2018. So I know that now the Byju's, the whole, the how the sales team works is entirely different. But when I started, it was really fun. It was a usual company which focused on more on the workforce. We had a really good team and everything. That's how I started my career. Then after a couple of months, I moved to Bangalore. Then I joined another startup, uh, which was focusing on edtech industry, and I was taking care of their B2B segment. And then I almost stayed there for close to half a decade with them. And then I think that's when in between around 2020, 2021, I got to know about the power of LinkedIn. So that's where how the journey started. Even though I had an account back in June or July 2015, uh, actual putting out content and everything started back in maybe like 2022. So until then, we all considered LinkedIn as a platform to look out for jobs. So even I was one of them when I started. But I saw the potential that if you put out content, you can be someone who is in the top 1%, or you will be able to do something different in the future. That was the whole idea. I didn't have anything prepared in mind. Okay, this is what I want to do, but all I want to do was let me get started. So while doing the job with the startup in Bangalore, I started putting out a few content. It was everything was generic. Sometimes I copied from YouTube or some other blog and put the same thing here. I started getting negative feedback. A lot of friends started making fun of me, saying, "What the hell are you putting out on LinkedIn? It doesn't really make sense." But there was a time that even after I'm getting a lot of negative feedback, a few positives started coming in, and the connection that I was becoming a part of community. That's the whole thing started. And in 2023, I think early last year, I got a job offer from LinkedIn for an operation. So that got me surprisingly, okay, if you become someone who can show you how you like who you are and how you like how much you can do, or what are the things that you have done in the past, this platform can help you in a lot of things. So that got me interesting. And even though I joined the company, I started considering LinkedIn as my part-time work. So every day I started putting out some content here and there. It might be generic, but still over the go, we will realize, okay, there are some tools which will help us make things faster. If I implement the system, I'll be able to do this thing easier. So that got me the interesting part, and my work started becoming easier. And people started reaching out to me, say, "Hey, you have done this. Can you help me optimize my profile? Can you help me get a job? How do I do this?" So then I started taking freelancing projects, and I put in like a Calendly links, and then if someone want to reach out, book a call with me, let's talk. So started getting like people, founders, like C-suite people booking a call with me, we getting to know each other. I'm helping them out. So initially there was no monetary like reward, or I was not getting anything, but uh, like down the line, I started, okay, I'm putting so much of my time. Let me start making a system on how exactly I can help them out, and then maybe charge a lower amount so that I'm not wasting my time a lot. Like, okay, yes, I understand that I'm helping a lot of people, but there's something that I also need to earn, right? So this is something that I've learned by putting my lot more effort. So let me charge them a little bit. So I started charging like $100, $50. There is an option wherein I pay how much ever you have, but it should not be zero. So that when someone pays something, even like a 10 rupee, there was a guy who like paid 1 rupee to book a call. I mean, but the idea behind was to make them pay something that they also consider that call or something interesting. That was the whole journey. Then I started. Then I understood the potential. Then I started taking more focus on the founder-led marketing, focused on B2B. Then I created an entire system how to work for them and how to generate leads for them. Then I worked with it last year. I worked with an agency which was focusing on B2B marketing and lead generation. So that opened doors to me. Okay, this platform is something really big. There are people who are making millions of money just using this platform. So let me see how I can help people and on something that I'm really good at, and I can also make a part of it and I can make a living out of it. That's the whole journey about how I got into this LinkedIn as in the personal branding.
This is interesting indeed. In fact, I was planning to say this off record, but I am saying this on record. I happen to know an acclaimed author. So he has authored two books, Mr. Satyajit Senapati, and he will be seeing this, he will be watching this podcast, he will be watching this video very soon when it is uploaded. And I am thinking, I'm considering, linking him with you so that you both can explore ways, because he needs his presence, digital marketing, this thing presence out there. So let's see how it pans out. So now
Yeah, sure,
coming,
sure. Like, happy
so this
to
is
help
on
him out.
record, and I'll be sending this to him, to the fine gentleman, and let's see how things pan out.
Yeah, sure, sure, man. Like we may be, like we will be able. It's not like maybe, like we'll be able to do something great together. Yeah.
So, bro, now coming to the second question, what are your superpowers? Like, if your clients say that you have some superpowers when it comes to, putting them out there, and so what is that yours?
So yeah. So this is something that I say, and I'm like even now I'm starting something my own. So this is something that I talk to people. So if you come to me, if you're a founder, or this is what I can do to you, I can make you a brand through which, if you are a founder, you can sell your product or services. So this making a brand will help you to sell whatever you want in the future. So it's a long-term process. So I don't want to be the guy who just comes here, okay, I'll help you get leads or help you to do that, but I'll make you as a brand, and through which, if you want, you can sell your product or services. That's something that I portray to people.
Okay. Now, let's say you're speaking about founders, but if it will be a company, suppose a company who is a SaaS based company, so could you also uh, give them the same services? Like their brand is like somewhere in the middle. Can you propel it to the new heights for a SaaS
Yeah.
company?
Yeah, it's like for a SaaS company, like if you have noticed, like everybody is super active on LinkedIn because they know that their end customer is present in LinkedIn. So all they are doing, they need to, let's say, if they are in the initial 0 to 1 phase, instead of putting a lot more money on advertisement or anything, they put money on the initial, try to grow their existing founders and make them build as a brand. It will be really easy to get more customers in. So they can show there's something that happens in the SaaS industry and in the marketing industry. So you build on the go. So whatever happens, if you fail something, you put out on the content, let people resonate how you are, rather than you only putting what's really happening or what's only the good things happening. So if you do that, it will be really easy to get customers on board, whether it's a SaaS or any IT services or any other businesses.
I totally understand. Yeah. So I think the same goes with the publishing industry. Like, suppose there is an author who happens to own his own publishing company. So I think even though the author has a brand, but the publishing company is relatively new, you can also do the same thing with the publishing company, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there is a difference. Let's say if you're talking, like I'm specifically focusing on LinkedIn as a platform, since I'm really good and I know the knowledge of how this platform works. Let's say if you as a person, if you have a good community on LinkedIn, let's say 10K or 50K followers, and if you're building a company, you can easily build up a company, but you may not get enough follower count on that company page. But you as a person can get enough customers through it. But let's say that applies to any other business. If it's a your marketing business or a SaaS product, you as a founder, it's easy to grow and people will be easy. And as a company page, if you're talking about on LinkedIn, it is really hard. Uh, it's because LinkedIn really does not promote company page easily to grow. It's a reality, and that's what's happening. And it's under the assumption that they want to pay for the ads to boost the company page. So there's an entire business running on LinkedIn, because if you're a company and if you want to do something, you can pay and boost your company post or anything. But if you, as a personal brand, you can easily grow. LinkedIn will push out and they will put out your content to different other people's, and it goes out.
Right. So it is actually because if we look at this balance, Apple and Steve Jobs, of course, personal branding play a huge role in making a company. Now it also goes to for the SaaS company. Like if the entrepreneurs, if the co-founders have their personal branding strong, then it will also help their companies, right?
Yeah, like the best example is Tesla.
Yes.
If you know, I'm not 100% confident with it, but I don't think Tesla does any branding. Everything is through his personal branding. Everything is
Correct.
through his personal. They
Correct.
don't do any. I don't remember, and I've read it somewhere saying that they don't do any paid marketing or anything. Everything was personal brand. Since his brand, if you put out something, people are ready to buy it. So that's how. And this is a simple example that we can say. Boat. I forgot his founder. You know, the founder of Boat
Okay.
headphone.
Yeah, Gupta, Nitin, something,
I
Aman
forgot.
Gupta.
Aman Gupta. So as soon as he started the Shark, becoming more popular with the Shark Tank and his presence, he's continuing like one, two, season two, so three. They weren't not doing anything different, but the revenue started growing at a different scale.
Yeah.
And that's the power of personal branding. Yeah.
Yes. So
So
what
if
are
you have a brand, you build it, you can do anything you want. Let's say if tomorrow he come up with a secondary company or he partner with some other company, it like in a minute that company will get like millions of orders coming in, because that's the power of that he has today, like Amana has today.
very well put? This. What are some effective strategies you have employed to help founders design a standout personal brand? Like, feel
Sorry, come.
free. What are some effective strategies that that are your USPs, using leveraging which you can make the your clients, the founders, stand out?
So are you focusing on the whole content part or like overall
I mean,
like
it is up to you. Feel free if you don't wish to answer. If it is a very like trade secret, you can feel free to
no,
keep
like
it.
it's nothing like that. I mean, I just want to know like where you are going on with your question. So, like, I'll give you a broader answer to this. Let's say if the strategy starts from the initial phase of getting the setup done right. So, let's say if you as a founder want to strategize and have a presence on LinkedIn and how to do this, the first thing is to make your profile more as a landing page for your customers and your investors. It should, if it's a SaaS, like you need investors to grow your business fast, right? So your what you put on LinkedIn really represents the whole brand. So make sure it's not just about more on you, what you want people to see. So say I've done these things, but does it really matter to the people that who you want talking to, or the investors or the customers? If it does not, then maybe not put it in the homepage or in the experience section. Just put it in maybe in the about section, or maybe do not put it. So it's all about how you do the initial setup done. I'm talking about the profile optimization from the photo, headline, about section, experience section, recommendation, and everything. And then have a proper content strategy on what you are going to put up. So the content strategy is a whole different thing, wherein you start with the top of the funnel and then you go middle and then the bottom. So when you start with the top of funnel, then that's where you share your personal journey, what made you start this business, you put your team's photo and everything, and then when you go a bit deeper, you share like your lessons learned, maybe some guide on how to do this and how not to do it and everything. And when you come to the bottom of the funnel, that's when you target your customer. So that's when you share maybe case studies or a testimonial, or how you exactly solve this problem for this industry or maybe this specific niche. So that's how you play the game. So when you go at the top of the funnel, you're talking to a general audience. So it can be anyone can relate to your personal journey. And when you come to the middle of the funnel, you start focusing on a bit more into your niche. And when you come to the bottom of the funnel, you're like, if 10 people can relate to this, those 10 people are your prospects. So when the case study, it may not relate to the general people. So your friends and family can relate to your personal journey, the top of the funnel, but your case study may not be related to some. So that should go to your target customer. That's how you need to play and do the entire setup.
Indeed, bro. Uh, Bro, to be very honest, I have a lots of questions to ask. But the thing is, I'm now keeping my interviews podcasts very short, like 15 to 20 minutes. So this is the
Okay.
last question. And maybe if I get some feedback from my community, if they are keen to ask you something more, then I'll definitely reach back to you and we'll have a next session. And
Okay, sure.
hopefully I'll get some positive response from Mr. Satyajit Senapati, and let's see how it pans out. My last question is, what are your plans for the future, and how do you intend to scale this up?
Like last month, I actually resigned from my agency. I was head of ops and partner in the company. And the 1 month I was figuring out what to do next in terms of setting up the entire system in place, or should I start something on the SaaS model or product, or should I build an agency or help, which what I was doing so far. So now it took me almost 2 3 weeks to put my mind in place. Okay, this is what I was. So now I'm setting up an agency. I already have like a 5 member team, like video editor, copywriter, and everything. So we're focusing on founder-led marketing. So the idea behind is to make founders, make them a brand, like I said earlier, through which we'll be able to generate leads. So we'll put an AI system in place where they can automatically get leads in place. But the idea is not just focus on the lead generation. We want to make them as a brand, and through which they will be able to generate leads organically, or maybe if they want to do outreach or inbound or engagement. There are multiple things that we could play around. But the idea is not just focus on lead generation. We want the founders to be as a brand in their specific niche so that people can easily relate it when they reach out to them.
Definitely, bro. And this is the way to go forward. Now, if you see all the top, like who's who in the Indian Incorporated, the top entrepreneurs, be it the Beardo's founder, or be it Jiroda's founder, they're all working on their personal brands, isn't it?
Yeah, and everyone, like everybody is
Yeah,
working on the
yeah. And it
like
is
all on the it's all on the like assumption, and because they can stand out. Let's say uh, there's something else that's also playing around. Let's say if you're as you age, uh, your younger versions or people who are coming after you, they may also be like really, they have already done a lot in the AI, so they may even replace you immediately. But let's say if you have a brand and you are focused on your niche, no one can replace you. That's something that everybody keeps in mind. So if you have like 10 million followers or 100 million followers and you're really good at your industry, no one can, even if you're 60 years old, like see Jeff Bezos, I think it's 60, 65, no one can replace it. So that's the power it has.
so beautifully put, bro. I think this is the end of this interview, and let's keep in touch. I'll definitely let you know what my circle, what my close community thinks about it. and what Mr. Satyajit Senapati and other entrepreneurs who are trying to build their own personal brand think about it. I'll definitely let you know. So thank you very much, Pro. Thank you for your time.
Sure, sure, sure. Yeah, no,
And
it was really happy to be a part of the
I'm I'm dev-
podcast. I really wish you all the best for all the future
and
videos
wish
that are
you
coming.
all the best, because what you're planning, what you're envisioning is so ambitious, and it is the right time, because now people, entrepreneurs, have started to realize what personal branding can do for them, for their company, for their vision, for their goals. And it is high time that each and every entrepreneurs, they do uh, work on that direction. Building a product is one thing, and building a personal brand is altogether a totally like a different ball game altogether. So they
Yeah, the
need to
idea is,
rely
let's
on
say
the
tomorrow,
experts.
the idea is to, let's say, if tomorrow I want to build a brand, I should be able to do or get my first customer, 100 customers, 1,000 customers like this if I have a brand. That's the whole idea. Yeah.
Thank you
Okay.
very
Okay.
much,
Thank you,
bro,
man.
and I wish you all
Bye.
the best for your
Yes.
entrepreneurs, and may you achieve, crush all your goals for this year and the next coming ones. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.